Lauren here. I am at Turning Point USA's America Fest, and here one of the amazing guests is none other than Savanah Hernandez.
Yeah. Shout out to Savanah Hernandez, man. She has a dope YouTube channel, man. She's a dope YouTuber. She does interviews. She interviews certain people. She goes to protests and interviews certain people. She talks about different things. She talks about different things. She in one of the videos I watched, she was talking about she was talking about abortion, I think. If my memory is right, she was talking about abortion. Is abortion good or not or whatever? Yeah, bro. She is a conservative a conservative as well, man. Shout out to Savanah. Yeah, bro. I venerate what she's doing. I venerate her mindset. I laud what she stands for, man. Straight up and down, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah, Lauren here. I am at Turning Point USA's America Fest, and here one of the amazing guests is none other than Savanah Hernandez. Now there are so many amazing
Shout out to
parts of the
TPUSA
United
too,
States
man.
of America and Arizona, where we are currently at.
Shout out to AZ.
One of them, but unfortunately, leftist policies have meant that there are so many places, so many cities, sadly, that are facing urban decay. And we're talking about crime,
ridden with
crime,
crime ridden,
that you might not even
illegality,
see in third world cities.
criminality
When it
ridden.
comes to those leftist hellholes, Savanah Hernandez is actually on the front lines out there.
Yo, real talk, including my home city, Chi-Town, man. There's an opulence of there's a plenitude there is a plenitude of crimes here, man. It's crazy, man. I'm from the north side, man. I'm from LP, one of the safest neighborhoods in the city, man. But you still have to be vigilant out here, man. You still gotta be aware of your surroundings. You gotta be wise. You gotta be aware out here, man. It's wicked out here, man. It's wicked, bro. Straight up.
What is going on? So
no flaws, bro. I can't even front my move, man. It's wicked, bro. It's ugly. It's ugly.
Lawlessness.
You know what I mean?
Just general rot.
They call Chicago Chirac, man.
Third world city. And when it comes to those leftist hellholes, Savanah Hernandez is actually on the front lines out there exposing what is going on. So we have
there's a lot of wild cities, man. LA, NYC, Philly, Baltimore.
Thank you to one of our sponsors. These past 2 years have really been a roller coaster.
Skip this, yeah.
But gold in your IRA instead. So what are you waiting for? It is not too late to get started today. Thousands of people out there have retired. You get in before the end of this month. Noblewood will give you an incredible free. Savanah, it is so nice to see you in person.
Yo, Savanah she's pretty too, bro. Savanah, you know what I'm saying? No cap. Indudablemente estoy hablando español. You know what I mean?
So Savanah, it is so nice to see you in person. I feel like you have been to all these crazy places. How are you doing? Are you mentally okay with the things that you've seen?
I am okay, physically okay. Mentally, I usually have to take a couple days to recuperate.
That's a nice attire that she has on. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Just straight degeneracy.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
fly.
we're doing good.
That's good to hear. And I wanted to ask you, what are some of the craziest cities that you've been to? Because I feel like obviously America has so much great going for it. There's so many amazing places and people. But at the same time, as your channel kind of highlights, sadly, there's a lot of decay going on. So I thought we could talk about some of the worst American cities that you've been to. You've just mentioned San Francisco. Seems like a good place to start.
San Fran,
San
Cali.
Francisco. So this is actually the first city that I hit earlier this year in the summer. I went to Skid Row in LA, and then I hopped over to San Francisco. You know, you're going there, and you're seeing the fentanyl crisis.
Yeah,
you're
bro.
seeing people
The
slumped
drug
over.
addiction, the homelessness.
You're seeing needles in the streets. You're seeing drug deals happen right in front of police officers.
In LA, the homelessness in LA is crazy.
They cannot do anything, and this is being allowed to prosper. I realized that there's a huge market for reporting on these types of issues because
no one else is.
Yes, the mainstream is really not focusing in on this. So, you know, you ask me
Persona
what the
sin
worst
lugar.
American city
You know what I mean?
issue is, and I would have to say Philadelphia.
Really, even worse than San Francisco.
Philly is
So,
crazy.
It's worse for a different reason, and I'll kind of highlight how.
Yeah, that
So
Indian
Philadelphia,
dude.
I was there last
That
month. I ended up.
yeah, he owns that gas station or whatever. Yeah, bro. He had to hire private security, bro, cause people were doing crazy stuff up in there, bro. You know what I mean? It's sad, man. It's immensely sad, bro. But yeah, but I think it's gonna be safer over there now that he hired this private security, man. It's people are bugging over there in Philly, bro. Real talk. Um, bro.
Getting assaulted, my camera equipment was smashed and destroyed because I was highlighting the needle exchange program, which is taxpayer funded in that city, and I was just trying to film what was going on. I had no intention of exposing anything. I genuinely had never seen.
Yeah, she
buckets
gets
of
hate too
needles
from
being
certain
poured
people,
out
bro.
on a public
Savannah.
street corner, and I was
Certain
simply
people hate
interested
her
in filming
too.
it. The volunteer there got very upset. I ended up getting attacked, but going into the actual streets of the city, Kensington Avenue, I've never seen so many needles. You have piles of dirty needles on the streets. You have feces. You have trash. It was absolutely horrifying. You have mental illness on display. I was actually talking to, because oftentimes too, I'll go up to the drug users that are on the street.
Which, by the way, if you guys aren't following Savannah's channel, you need to. It is the best reporting that I've seen in
I'm
a long
already
time.
subbed.
Also, I'm worried
You know
for
what I
your
mean?
safety.
So
It's important work. Someone needs to do it. But you're so brave. I admire that
courageous,
Thank
intrepid.
you so much. I mean, again, someone has to do it. Someone has to ask these drug addicts, like, how did you get to this point?
Right.
Who is giving you these tools to keep you, enabling your drug use?
No
And it is the
trepidation.
city. So Prevention Point in Philadelphia, they don't just give the drug users clean needles, right? They're giving them free food, a free place to stay, free medical care. If you turn in your dirty needles, you'll get clean needles back. You'll also get anything you need to tie off your arm to do drugs. They give you every tool for every type of drug use that you need. The same thing in San Francisco. Again, all taxpayer funded. I cannot emphasize that enough because while law-abiding American citizens in these cities are being targeted essentially by this lawlessness and by this crime that is allowed to prosper, their same taxpayer dollars are going towards funding this criminal activity and allowing it to happen on city streets. So it's absolutely horrifying. So Philly, definitely the worst.
That's so sad to hear. And I know people who are watching this
Immensely,
might say, well,
man.
what else
Indubitably.
would you want to do with these
Undoubtedly.
addicts? Shouldn't we try to help them? That's all these cities are doing. Would you rather they be using dirty needles? What would you say in response to that? The idea that, well, really, that's all these cities can do in the face of this addiction. This is the best way to help these people, rather than just turn them out on the streets.
And I'm so glad that you asked this question. Now, when I was in San Francisco, spoke to former drug addicts who are now working at an abstinent-based program right across the street from one of San Francisco's harm reduction centers. And again, the harm reduction center is linked.
Working at that place now.
Just turn them out on the streets.
And I'm so glad that you asked this question. Now,
The
when I was in San
transformation.
Francisco, spoke to former drug addicts who are now working at an abstinent-based program right across the street from one of San Francisco's harm reduction centers. And again, the harm reduction center is labeled that way because it's a progressive center that essentially emboldens this drug use.
Wow.
So former drug addicts were telling me that the only way we're going
That's
to
crazy.
actually get this problem under control is by essentially coming in, taking these addicts off of the streets, and kind of forcing them through like a 90-day program to really help them and not enable them to continue drug use.
So essentially, try to get the addicts off of drugs, not just to do drugs.
Exactly. And what they're saying is they're fighting with the city right now in San Francisco because they're saying this doesn't work. Giving addicts all of the tools that they need to continue to do drugs does not work. I had one former addict tell me I could not be clean with the way San Francisco is right now because there's drug dealers on every single street. San Francisco is putting a lot of these drug addicts into hotels. The drug dealers know that they're there, so they'll target these centers because they know that these are the type of people.
Clients just
Exactly.
Up. Wow.
So the city of San Francisco is essentially helping drug use just prosper over there. By the way, it's the Honduran migrants who are here illegally that are selling a lot of heroin on the streets in San Francisco. They're utilizing the city's sanctuary status so they can't get deported.
It's essentially just a vicious circle of all these different elements of criminality. Now, I have a lot of libertarian followers who might say, well, why are you trying to criminalize something like drug use? And, I'm someone who, I'm not a fan of big government, but I also personally think that you can't have a functioning society, when everyone is high on fentanyl. So it's not a pleasant thing to deal with. But what would you say to the people who say that actually the real problems come in when cops try to criminalize this behavior and just throw in a bunch of people who might not otherwise be violent into jails? Like, do you see that there's maybe that there's a give and take there between wanting to escalate the war on drugs versus just have absolute lawlessness, like some might say, we have in places like Philadelphia.
Right. So I guess from the libertarian perspective, we could take a peek at Portland, Oregon, that has
Right.
decriminalized all hard drugs across the state. In the course of 2 hours of being in Portland, I witnessed somebody overdosing, and then I witnessed a theft. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, well, the theft and the drugs, they're not directly tied. Yes, they are. Because a lot of the drug addicts need to fund their addiction. How do they do that? They do that by stealing your, hard-earned items that you have. They do that by breaking into cars in San Francisco, by breaking into people's homes, by going and then reselling those items to other people who are selling illegal goods on the streets that have been stolen. So it's this entire market that just does not work. And to say, okay, why are we trying to criminalize this? I would love in a perfect society for everyone to not have addicted personalities where they end up in the street where
and just choose not to do these harmful
but that's
things.
not how our
Abstain
society
from.
is, unfortunately. And again, going back to the mental illness, I have gone and talked to drug users who are shooting up elephant tranquilizer. Their flesh is literally rotting, and the
Crazy.
city is saying, this is beautiful, it's progressive, and we're going to help you out.
That's crazy,
Right.
bro.
Now, on the flip side, there are going to be people in these liberal cities saying, I live in Portland, I live in Philly. It's not that bad. You're just picking and choosing. And to
Blinded.
those people, I want to say that there are actually many cities in the world where this doesn't happen at all, let alone in just certain pockets.
I'm in Texas. I go to these places because this does not happen in Texas.
Right.
Okay?
It's not normal. When you release these videos, do you get a sense that there is almost like this attempt to normalize this sort of thing as if, oh, well, this is not a big deal. This happens everywhere, or it's not even happening that much.
Absolutely. People say that I'm
Delusion.
exploiting drug users all the time by going and shooting this type of footage. And I'm like, no, I'm showing what the city is allowing children to grow up around every single day.
Right.
And I've also started doing this thing too, where I just don't go to the worst parts of the city. When I was in San Francisco, I went to a local park, and keep in mind, the home in this area listed for upwards of $3 million. A baby just overdosed on fentanyl at one of these parks, 10 months old. They had to give the baby Narcan, and luckily the
That's
ambulance was there in time. Because again, you say that this is just in one part of the city. No, it bleeds out.
That is disgusting. And for people who are in these cities, I sympathize with them. That's a terrible thing to happen.
Sorely
But also,
sad,
this is
man.
exactly why politics matter. You may not consider yourself a political person, but elections have consequences.
Absolutely.
Savannah, you're one of the bravest voices right now. The work you do is so important. Where can people follow you and follow you across multiple platforms? Because we know there are people out there who don't want your message getting out. So
It's
where
crazy,
can
man. They
keep
try to
people keep up
stifle
to
and
date?
muzzle and
Well, go
silence
follow me on Twitter.
the
I'm back
message.
on there now. I just got back. Thank you, Elon. At Sav_says_. Go and follow me on YouTube and Rumble at Sav Says. Instagram.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yo, shout out to both of them, man. Lauren, Savannah, man. Follow both of them, man. Tell them Devo the Amberverse sent y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all like, comment, share, sub, show love, man. Tell them Devo sent y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy out here, man. It's wicked, bro. And it's like the politicians in these cities, man. It's like, what are they doing, bro? They're bugging, bro. Yo, it's crazy, bro. It's just, they just allow this BS, man. They just allow this BS to happen. Or yeah, that's wild. That's indubitably why. That's indubitably wild. Unbelievable, unbelievable, man. Mind baffling, mind boggling. Makes no sense, man. I'm gone.